Hey, it's Russ Payton with Roleplay Public Radio. This is Warhammer 40,000, Imperium Maledictum, Warhammer 40k Roleplay, Imperium Maledictum, session 6 of the Endius Mandate. And last session, our intrepid agents of the Adeptus Administrata went to the town of Wheatblood in order to capture a psyker named Gideon, who was working for one of the two noble houses, currently fighting each other in a civil war. Long story short, they found out there's a chaos, something going on here, and it's all started in this bunker underneath a hill. And they used Lim's, I believe, grapnel launcher in order to infiltrate the bunker. And basically, they have an observer there to make sure that they're actually going to deal with the chaos shit. Corporal Pog as an observer. He is very honest because of something. He got hit in the head a while ago and he can't lie. He doesn't know how to. And yeah, something laughed and welcomed them in the bunker as we begin. So obviously no events or endeavors because you're all in the middle of all this shit. I will say you did have some time to rest between now and then, or at least that you get your fate points back. So you get all that, all two.
That makes me feel worse. I don't. I feel like that's a bad sign.
Yeah, that's strong. I just opened the door in this video game, and there's an entire resupply stock and an autosave and a saved point.
Save point. Yep. Do you want to save your game? Why? Why would I? Should I?
Yeah, why are you asking me that?
So why don't we briefly reintroduce our heroes of this narrative, starting with Noah.
Hey, it's me again, Noah, and I am playing Khurt Neksilp, the Militarum scout and assassin.
All right, very good. And then next up we have Thad.
What? Oh, yes. Hello, I'm Thad. You know me, it's Thad. I am playing the voidborn mystic known as the Harrow, actually been from the Astra Telepathica, but, you know, I'm on loan because they're who you borrow weirdos from, and I fit that.
All right, and then next up we have V.
Hi guys, it's V. Yeah, I'm playing another wonderful voidborn, but slightly different. You know her, you love her. She's Rabbit. You probably would have stuffed her in a locker if you'd gone to school with her.
And
schools where I'm from.
Well, you had, it was more of an apprenticeship system. And also kind of Darwinian. If you didn't learn your job, you'd die from radiation or the warp or any number of horrible things. Anyway, Kara.
Yes. Hi, I'm Kara. I am playing Lim. Lim is a null from one of the hive cities, the Undercity, in fact, the part that fell off into a gorge and that she lived there in the dark and the filth for most of her life. So this space, sun, ocean, the extremely tall, beautiful plants that she's very sure are some sort of fungus because that's all she knows, and also turnips because that's what they fed her before. And she gives off the worst vibes ever. So we are very excited to see her interact with the Chaos Cult.
Yeah. So you've gotten out of the elevator shaft. You're in the entrance chamber, which you can tell used to be a security checkpoint. You know, no one gets in or out without authorization. They have, but something happened there. It is, it doesn't look like so much of a fight as centuries of decay and abandonment. So, I mean, it's hard to tell conclusively, but there's kind of like the equivalent of like a metal detector and kind of like a little cogitator, little computer terminal, and ballistic shielding that is all fallen down, so you can just pick your way through the rubble. And there are marked signage sort of painted on the walls, but there's sort of obtuse military or / Inquisition symbols. So, Rabbit, you can make a lore check.
Hoo-hoo. First roll of the game. And I don't have dice, so let me use the digital one while I get my dice out too.
Okay.
I don't know. Your physical dice maybe shouldn't come out today.
Yeah, if it's the same ones that you were using before, they need to go to the bad place.
Dicebot is bloodthirsty, yeah.
That's true.
We do have a Dicebot on here. If you look on Dice Wrong, it's /R1D100. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I just used the Google Dice momentarily. Okay. But yes, unfortunately, 71. So that doesn't quite help me.
All right. Yeah, you don't know. Actually, I think, Khurt, you're Astro Militarum, so you have a chance of reading this too. You can give me a lore check as well. You can, if you make the check, you can figure some things out. But.
That is a 32 under 34. So
Okay, so you know there are times when the Inquisition, just asks for resources from the military, and they get them because it's the Inquisition. You can't really say no, and they have sort of their own markage and signage to indicate that this is like a joint facility, and so this is what this indicates to you. It was run by the Inquisition, but it was manned by Astra Militarum.
it was an Inquisition requisition.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I tried to avoid that, but yeah, you're right. So
when they first got here, there was a mission to requisition for the Inquisition?
yes.
Wow.
So you can tell it sort of gives directions to two areas right now. One, you can tell signage for a data vault, and the second one is interrogation and cells, which would be, but yeah, this place looks like no one has been here in centuries. It still has power, which, does anybody have a high tech use skill? I guess you could sort of. Okay. Yeah. Well, it still has power. So, yeah. But yeah, it is eerily. Well, yeah, it's pretty quiet down here. You're pretty
Except for
far
the
below this. Yeah. Well, yeah, which is the echoing of which is dying out, and replaced by silence. So, yeah. What do you want to do?
I mean, can we tell which direction the ominous echoing laugh came from?
Nope.
Eh.
It is somewhere in the depths of this place, but it is echoing. Yeah. It is not close, you don't think?
Well, I would perhaps suggest that the data vaults may have useful information for resealing or in any other way putting an end to this place, because I do not think my laser pistol is going to do much to I don't know, collapse this place on itself or whatever it is we need to accomplish here.
Let's see. Okay, so you're heading to the data vault?
I mean, that's simply my suggestion.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a
Offering that to the
decent.
team.
At the mention of, collapse this place onto itself, Lim cannot but very gently point out we could have used a tank.
I would like
Wouldn't
to take point
Okay.
in all this. Give my compatriots a little bit of space behind me, and I will. I'm gonna sneak around with my chameleoline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloak and my general sneakiness to just make sure I'm not about to run into a bunch of
What?
chaos cultists in here.
Actually, what is your stealth?
My stealth is 44, and then whatever the chameleoline gives me. I also have Skulker, but that's mainly for tracking people.
My stealth is 50, so do we want to stay together or do we want to split up?
Well, my
Actually,
stealth is 32.
So we'll stay together and just two of us will be stealthy? I'll have to bring up the rear because I can't hang out with everybody else. I can't sit with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can be very stealthy if Lim's not near me.
Yeah.
That's true. I actually also have a chameleoline cloak, though, so that does.
I would
help.
actually say Lim, you should probably stay closer to those two, and then I bring up the rear from more of a distance so that I can be invisible and make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Okay.
We can do that. So,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
chameleoline cloaks give us a +2 success level on stealth test until we move or make a loud noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not good.
Not for moving around, but for hiding.
Yeah, in motion. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But plain red light, green light will be great. So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bunching up next to my compatriots does actually be like, sorry. It's going to be weird.
All right. So where are you going?
I think we're heading towards the data vault.
Okay. Yeah, you can give me a stealth check and what is it? Alertness, notice?
Stealth check. Awareness.
Awareness, okay. There's so many games I run.
17 out of 44
Okay.
for my stealth.
Very sneaky.
And then a 16 out of 40 for my awareness.
Okay. The data vault is to the left. You go down the left hallway. You can see. You go straight down the hallway. There's a large door that is open, and that has a signage for data vault. But it also the hallway continues down, makes a right, so it continues further on. So there are more rooms further into the facility. The lights are flickering. You begin to smell something rotten. Just sort of, you can't really pinpoint a sense. It's kind of thin, but like something sickly and off-putting, like a septic flesh.
We put our masks and filters on when we were still in the elevator shaft, didn't we?
Mhm.
Or did
Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw the gunk at the bottom of
Oh,
the
yeah,
elevator.
the nodule things on the...
Mhm.
Gotcha,
So we
gotcha.
masked up and then lowered ourselves down.
Corporal Pog has a gas mask too. And he puts it on. And he's
Good for Pog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you can smell it through the filtration, so it must be much
Ooh.
stronger without it. Yeah. So...
Ugh.
Yeah, but you can see the lights are on in the data vault up ahead, little blue lights and everything. Yeah, it looks like this facility. I mean, it's supposed to be a vault, right? Like the vault door is supposed to be closed, but the fact
Mhm.
that it's open sort of indicates you that this place was abandoned in a hurry. So, like, it was an operation. Well, I mean, it's unusual, right, for it to be open. Like, so yeah. And for the machines to still be active, and they look intact from the hallway, so you can go into the vault, or you could go down the hallway and see what's further in the facility.
Like
Yeah.
power and lights are on.
Yes, someone can make a tech use check to sort of like figure something out about the power situation.
My tech isn't fantastic, but
I'd say you need at least to have one advanced tech use. It's not like an untrained check.
okay,
Gotcha,
then
then
no,
no.
I do not have any.
Okay. Does anybody have tech use?
Grab it.
No
Okay.
advances.
By the way, I will say that you can. Corporal Pog does have a Vox unit. And if you go back up to the surface, you can use the Vox unit to talk to Spinoza, the tech priest you have back at your base in Damnedon.
Okay.
Yeah. So you head into the data vault, and there's a cogitator terminal that is still the light is still blinking, and there's a little servo skull sort of hooked up to it, and it kind of like notices movement and sort of spins to life. And you're first in there, and you may
Also, I'm going to stay outside because last time we were in a vault, the door closed.
Good idea.
I mean, that's
Oh yeah. One assassin nearly kills all of you.
So I'm lurking invisibly outside of the data vault. I got 6 success levels in my being
It's pretty good. You're quite invisible. Build up a bit of a warp charge, I imagine. Yeah. So you step in there, the servo skull starts to speak because it has sensors, it just detects you. Yeah. You're walking through a door that you can't really ninja it that much.
Yeah.
Astra Militarum soldier recognized. Please provide certification for validity of loyalty and uncorruption. So,
All right.
yeah.
in your little book about that, Noah.
Find out.
This- I am a Pascal level 8 cogitator. You may speak to me in a normal syntax.
Okay. List primary records.
Primary records are only available for those who have passed a validation ritual to prove you are loyal servants of the Imperium and you have not been corrupted by chaos.
fun.
What are the requirements for said ritual?
There are 2 alternatives. One is, of course, a certification from a Inquisitor. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I forgot my Warhammer. How could I forget my Warhammer 40k random citizen name generator?
Yes, DA certified is not corrupted.
Inquisitor Rasha. If you have the certification from her, you may proceed. Otherwise, if she is unavailable, you may perform a exorcism ritual on yourself in the presence of this unit for verification.
Okay.
Would you like to know the steps of the exorcism ritual?
Yeah, go ahead and list those steps. Also, when was the last time Inquisitor Rasha was here?
According to logs, 513 cycles ago.
I see. Okay. Yes, what's the ritual components?
First is you must. So it starts listing steps. It's kind of complicated, but it basically praying to the Emperor, holding on, putting the 2-headed Aquila to one's forehead. And then there's a little, like, you know how they have first aid stations mounted on the wall? In this room, it's exorcism kit. And you open it up. And you're supposed to basically there's this weird little crystal shard in it, and you're supposed to gaze into it while thinking about the Emperor. And so part of it will be reciting the Emperor's, the Imperial Creed or a version of it, and otherwise demonstrating one's faith. And then this crystal shard thing.
Lim pokes Khurt. You should let me do it. We don't know how long it's been here or if it's safe, but if it's corrupted, it can't do anything to me. I might break it. I might break it anyway.
If you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very loyal to the Emperor.
All right. Give me a lore check. Plus 20.
An alert plus lore. Oh, I don't know shit about lore.
Yeah.
I'm not even literate.
Yeah. So knowing an exact prayer is kind of hard.
Plus 20?
Can I?
Yeah.
Could I assist and kind of like whisper it, like recite it for Lim, who will just parrot it back to me?
Give me a lore check with a plus 20 as well. If you succeed, Lim will have advantage on the roll.
I got a 94. New dice.
Wait. So Rabbit was whispering to you to try and guide you, so you get advantage. So would a 49 succeed?
On my lore, so you got plus 20 makes it a 54.
There you
so
go.
I got 49 under 54.
Yeah. So with Rabbit's mentoring aid, you're able to recite the lore. So here's the thing: when you reach out to grab the crystal shard, it is repelled by you, or you repel it. It moves away from you like magnets that are the opposite.
Same charge.
You have the same charge, so like you can't touch it. So you not do the ritual because you cannot touch the shard.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen like a small cat or like a puppy like try to hop on grab a grasshopper and like both hands go down and then it scoots out of the way, but it's similar to that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I mean, at least we know it's not corrupted.
Yeah, it's obviously charged with some kind of energy that reacts to nulls and probably psykers, you would guess. Given, yeah.
It's probably good that Harrow's outside because it might do something irreversible that shouldn't be done yet. But I think it's safe in terms of chaos. I'm still trying to snatch it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Rabbit.
Harrow, you're outside, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out in the hall.
Give me alertness.
Okay. Regular, or would my Cynician's specialization help?
What does that help you with?
Detecting nearby psyker bullshit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Those are the ones I used before. Hey, 20.
So you see this bubble floating in the air. It's probably like about a foot in diameter, and it's like green, gray, but like iridescent too, like oil in a water pool kind of thing. And the iridescence is rainbowy and it's kind of glittering around it, and it's sort of pulsing and it's just slowly floating through the air. But you notice it's going exactly towards you.
Towards me specifically?
I mean, you're the only one in the hallway.
Yeah.
The other three in the data vault. Yeah.
If I like step, though, what I'm wondering is if I step aside a little bit, is it going toward the data vault or is it going toward me?
It's going towards you.
Okay, cool. Don't like that.
You notice that you got quite a few successes. You notice it as it gets. It's probably
I think my
20 feet away.
Hold on, my success levels were 3.
Yeah. Okay. So like I'll say 30 feet away.
Okay.
It's moving about 10 feet around.
Let's see. Is there any detritus in the hallway?
Sure.
Cool. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some chunks of stuff and attempt to smack it at distance using spectral hands because I don't want it to be close to me.
Okay. Make a spectral, activate that psyker power.
Okay, so that is... Although I'm assuming it's... I don't know, maybe it's... Yeah, we'll see. So that is routine, so plus 20. That makes the score... Where are you? So gotta be under 80. No, oh shit. 80 on the nose. That's
I don't like that laugh, Ross. It's a
well,
little ominous.
zero
It's
success
a little...
levels, but it is still technically a success.
Okay,
oh no, wait, no, +1 success level because of my psychic focus. So I did get
Okay.
1 success level to try and smack it with crap from the hallway.
Yeah, it does not try to move out of the way, but the rock goes into it and is absorbed by the bubble, and it just goes out the other side. But you notice the rock is covered in a greenish gray film after it leaves the bubble. So now it's 20 feet away.
Okay.
Call a friend, call a friend, call a friend.
Yeah, all of you hear a rock fall outside. Like, you know, it's very quiet and like, yeah, it sounds like the Harrow just threw a rock down the hall.
Yeah.
So-
There's a bubble of goo coming toward me.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
That's
Mine.
a
Mine.
strange sentence.
Mine. Lim immediately assumes that whatever it is chaos and just belts out the door. She has no further purpose here. She just leaves the shard that she can't grab, having chased it halfway across the floor.
Mm-hmm.
To run out the door, run past the Harrow, and see if she can attack the bubble.
Okay, now this is going to be real interesting.
That
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Lim,
guys.
I don't-
Characterization's important.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm also very curious as to whether something that was summoned by psychic energy but seems to physically exist here will still poison you like anyone else.
Yeah, on one hand, you do get an advantage. You can never gain corruption points. However, it doesn't say anything about poison. So, yeah, give me a -10 fortitude check.
-10 fort.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just running up and smacking it?
Not with my hand, probably with an object.
Okay, you pick up another rock and
Yeah,
like,
just
or
like
a
a rock.
metal pipe. Yeah,
like a pipe.
Yeah.
Like not something huge, but so like I'm not touching it with my bare hands.
Well,
Is this the right dice? Yes, it is.
Lim, I already tried to strike it physically.
I rolled an 83.
all right, thank you.
Yeah, I like the little math noises that you're making.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, please let me know.
No problem.
I was always So you run up and smack it, and so you're right up, within a foot of it, right? And when you get close to it, it explodes, showering everything within 20 feet with this goo. And so, what is your fortitude save?
It was 83.
So you failed.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Okay.
that's not your fortitude save. That was your attempt to strike it. Your
Oh,
fortitude save is something else.
Oh, okay. So now I get a fortitude save.
Oh no, you can just strike it. It's a slow bubble. Like it's not challenging at all to hit it.
Yeah, I rolled just an 83 then.
Yeah, it was for fortitude. Yeah. You don't like.
I tried to help you, Kara. You shouldn't have agreed with Ross.
Yeah, no, you should.
Yeah, never agree with the DM. I'm sorry. I know better.
So you can feel that some of this goo is literally disintegrating off your skin, Lim. Like it is part of it is just like burning away so you realize your ability is working. It cannot fully lay into you, but part of it is just material. It is just this evil goo, right? This poisonous goo. So you have poison minor. You have disadvantage on strength and toughness tests, the maximum SL.
Is this something our little Healy skull buddy can help with?
It'll take time, but yeah, you could. So I'll give you the, what do you call it? So that's what you have right now. But if you take some time, you could have the Medica skull try and purge the toxins out of your body. But yeah, you feel sick and terrible. And you realize
it is gross, and I am angry.
You should seek the Medica skull before it's done.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rabbit, what have you been doing? I assume you're in the data vault too.
Yeah. I assumed that once we realized that Lim couldn't actually be the one to do the thing, that it would probably end up being on me. So
yeah, I'd say you already recited the thing, so you don't have to roll again for that. But the second part of the exorcism ritual is to hold the crystal shard up to your head, like this, like.
See, here's the thing. I'm gonna do it. Do it. But I need to voice the fact that I me, V as a player, super nervous about this based on the excited, energetic way that you just stated that. So yes, I'm going to hold the crystal up to my forehead.
Yeah,
All right.
strong. Give me a quick stand roll.
Yeah, roll will.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Or discipline, sorry. Discipline, yeah, if you have any advancements in that.
I do, but it doesn't fucking matter. 87.
Okay.
This is brand new dice. Never rolled these in this game.
Your fate points topped right up. They're full of fate now.
Yeah, I guess I can.
78.
Yeah, well, I can re-roll completely, so I guess I'll give that a shot. Okay, 17. That was much better. Yes.
All right. Hey, all right.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor does protect. You have a vision of the Emperor, and you think the light of the Emperor is shining on you, and you feel yourself, an atom compared to His Majesty on the golden throne. You feel the light of the Astronomicon. You can sense it for a moment, and like you were being judged, and you are found worthy. There is no darkness in your soul. There is no evil. And you blink back. You had an out of body experience. It is something you could not have imagined before. This is what it must be to be a psyker, perhaps.
Metagame moment. Even if she had failed the roll, there is no way he would have found evil in Rabbit's soul.
Well, yeah, it was more like what kind of price Rabbit had to pay for that kind of experiencing that. Like,
I got your back, girl.
She blacked out for a moment. Rabbit blacked out for a moment and feels this sense of vertigo, but no other penalties. Like you're just overwhelmed. A sense of religious awe, perhaps.
I mean, that's the Emperor. What else can we say?
Aw, the Emperor, religious awe.
So. The servo skull judges you, and the little light in the little skull dings green. User approved. No corruption has been found. You may ask this unit for any information about this facility and the crystal analysis.
Great. It should be noted that I do have Data Delver as a talent. So I get advantage to test to find or retrieve information from a document or archive, whether analog or digital. So if there's any tests involved in activating or in going through this, just know that.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of information it offers you. So what skill do you want to roll to analyze that quickly and efficiently?
Logic, probably.
Logic is very good. Yeah. So you have advantage on that. So yeah. So meanwhile, Lim's been covered in this goo. Do you want to have the Medica skull treat you, Lim, or do you want to do something else?
I think I do want to have the Medica skull treat me. Okay. Viciously complaining all the while about my own choices. It is stenching.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to get the new clothes. You're probably gonna have to burn those. So
I have a thought. So it was coming towards me, right? As far as I could tell.
Well, okay, you can give me an awareness check, actually, really quick.
All right.
Because you might have noticed something subtle.
Regular or Cynitions flavored?
Regular. This is just figuring out its behavior.
You can spend a fate to flip something, right? Okay, then that is an 7.
So you realize it changed vectors slightly to go towards Lim when she got closer to it than you did. It's the nearest. It seeks the nearest person.
Okay, so it's not a specifically psyker thing. That's good to know.
Yeah. So you learn that it doesn't seem to tell the difference between you. I mean, it didn't try to. It went towards Lim, so it could detect life even if it was a blank. So you have. So you. What do you want to do while Lim is getting treated?
Also, can I look around for any sort of water retardant object, like the equivalency of a plastic
if you
bag?
Want to be treated of the poison, you have to just sit still and let his skull do its work. Like you can't.
Yeah, it'll spray you off with skull juice.
Yeah. You got to get that healing skull juice. Yeah,
skull juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
High skull tropical punch.
Well, then, while we have a slight lull here, I'm going to purge the warp charge that I've built up so far because I feel like I might need more later.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make the hallway weird.
All right. What are you doing, Khurt, while this is going on?
34.
I figured,
Success.
I mean, after it's kind of a blur of Lim runs out,
Mhm.
gets covered in goo,
Mhm.
and is now trying to treat themselves while Rabbit is doing the thing. So I'm going to stick my head out of the door and be like, hey, what's going on out here?
Mhm.
And see Lim with her skin melting off or whatever happened.
She looks sick or certainly unwell because she's covered in this toxic goo. But yeah, you don't think she is, I mean, the Medica skull is so there it is. Monotask servo skull.
I imagine the look on her face is not dissimilar to the look a dog would have after it runs out into the
So
yard.
unless somebody else treats you, you're gonna have to make the Medica test yourself. Now you get a +10 bonus thanks to the skull, but Lim, you're gonna have to make the test.
For Medicaid, and I get a +10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that gives me a 44. Let me roll.
It was the same for me.
Ha ha! I rolled a 33. I am
Hey.
all
That is
fucking better.
Yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
do. You feel great.
You make the most out of that skull's drippings.
Yeah.
Clean yourself right up.
Yeah, so Khurt, you kind of figure out what's going on right there. You're actually looking around. You can give me another alertness check.
Okay.
Also, while that's going on, I purge my psychic, my warp charge, and the hallway is afflicted with distorted reflection. Reflective surfaces in the area distort whatever they reflect, showing a twisted and disturbing version of reality.
Oh, cool.
I
got a 20 out of 40 on my awareness.
Oh, great. Because of what the Harrow just did, you don't know how many bubbles are coming down the hallway. It could be 1 or it could be 5. And there's a lot of metal. Yeah.
Now, I am going to say
there
I do
is
have
a
acute sense.
Do you have what kind of sense?
Acute sense for
Okay.
sight.
Okay.
So, normally imperceptible details occur at your discretion.
Oh, well, you also notice there's another balloon coming from the hallway that you came from, the entrance chamber. So, like, yeah.
Oh, so we're pincered in.
There's one coming down from the entrance hallway, and then at least one coming from the hallway that the first balloon came in. Yeah.
They track whatever living thing is nearest so much.
Now,
as they
these
can
are
tell.
much farther away since you're on the alert for them. They're like 60 feet away each. So,
And they only seem to burst whenever a living thing is near enough.
Yeah.
Striking them with inert objects does nothing.
mm-hmm.
Are there any
well,
rats in here?
not that you've seen.
Were you going to suggest to throw a rat at the bubbles?
It would be
Yeah.
a wise attempt to test the
my
trigger.
God.
I'm going to
Good.
take an aim action.
Do you not want me to use the rats? Were you going to eat it?
I mean, I guess I haven't
You would
tried
have to
these
search
rats.
for rats. You haven't seen any so far, like casually. Like this place.
Someone
has
else has already eaten all of them.
That's definitely the takeaway here. Yes, 100%.
I'm going to aim and try and pop one of the bubbles with my auto pistol.
Well, the one you can see clearly is coming from the entrance chamber. Like that, there's no weird distorted reflections there.
Okay,
So,
I will go for that one first then.
okay, I'll go ahead and make it so it gets now within 50.
Range.
Yeah. So it's 50 feet away. So I imagine that's still
Mhm.
pretty trivial for a pistol. So yeah.
Now is 100 good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. I believe it is a
Is that
crit
bad?
failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I got. I will.
You can spend a fate point and reverse it and get a 1. Is that a 1 or a 10?
No,
And now it's 0, so it'd
because
be,
it's double zeros.
There's no
Technically,
reversing.
it's
yeah. You can
Oh.
spend it to reroll.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that just to keep my gun from exploding in my hands or whatever.
Mhm.
What?
Watch him get a 99.
Oh no.
Dad,
How do you
Mhm.
curse him?
Yeah.
Did he
not
really?
99, but I did get a 55, which is still over my range skill, and it's still a critical failure.
Yes, just curse people.
I
Yeah,
can. I will
you're-
use this power irresponsibly.
Yeah, your gun is jammed. It is not go. It does not explode in your hand, but like the round misfires and fucks up your. You'd have to
Yeah, I got
field strip it and repair it, which will take time. But meanwhile, yeah, Harrow, what are you doing while Khurt's trying to do that?
Well, I guess I will see how it responds to lasers
Hmm.
if I can hit it, because I am I am a worse shot than
You can aim
than
for one action
Khurt.
and then get that. What is the bonus on aiming? +10, or is it advantage?
I don't know.
Khurt,
is the
what
bonus
was
on aiming?
What?
What's the bonus on aiming?
I believe it gives you extra range. On your next turn, the range of your weapon increases by 1 step, medium to long, long to extreme, etc.
Okay.
And you may target a hit location without any penalty.
Okay. I'll say it gives you, well, you're basically making it like point blank range for a pistol with that, so you can get a +10 on your attack roll.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I generally prefer to, sneak up and shoot things. Although I suppose I could make myself invisible again and see if that counts for that, but that's a big risk. Yeah, even if I flip that, it would still be a failure. So that is just failure.
All right. I mean, you got.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Did I aim for that?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, that is a hit. Sorry.
All right. That actually, the laser does pop it.
Oh. I after seeing that happen, I hold my laser pistol out toward Khurt.
Just give you a look.
All right.
No, I mean, so you don't have to field strip your weapon, because I'm not like that.
I still have like my rifle on my back.
Oh.
I was just trying to not have to pull out my big gun just to pop up.
So meanwhile, you can give me one more firearms check. You can just kill or shooting check and destroy the other bubbles. However many there are. Like, it's now that you understand them, they're not as dangerous, right? But
you want that from both of us?
Just one of you. Yeah,
I would say Khurt.
Yeah. Yeah, redemption roll.
You say that.
I do.
A 51, that's just a normal failure. I am not
two more.
great.
Yeah, 2 more rolls, and then it'll be on one of you. But meanwhile, while you're shooting, Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know about this facility?
So I rolled a 63, but with advantage 36. So just to get that out of the way. Yeah. So would there be information here about current living beings within the facility?
There are no personnel have logged on for 513 years since the breach in the stasis chamber.
The breach in the stasis chamber.
Mm-hmm.
What was in the stasis chamber exactly?
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, no, I got the timeline wrong. The stasis chamber was locked and the facility was abandoned 513 years ago. And then the stasis chamber was breached a couple weeks ago when the statue on the surface was destroyed.
That's
what
good.
was in the stasis chamber?
You start getting, this is terms you don't know. These are inquisitorial terms. Unless you have lore forbidden, lore the warp, you do not have a chance of understanding them. But it does also talk about the crystal vault used to purge/weaken a containment stasis subject.
Okay.
So you start to piece together that this whatever was in the stasis chamber was the center of the experiments in this facility. But somehow some crystal that they don't specify what it is or where they got it weakens it or harms it, and that's kept in a separate room. Yeah, the reactor also is. You get a pop-up message saying reactor needing maintenance, overdue, 510 years.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Where's the reactor?
Okay, you get a map of the facility. It's not very large. There is a passage on the other wing of so there's the left wing and the right wing. You're in the left wing. The right wing has the torture chamber and the crystal vault, and then the reactor room is on your side, and then at the very end of the facility there is the stasis chamber.
I'm sorry, can I just point out the right wing has the torture chamber and the left wing has the font of knowledge.
We prefer enhanced interrogation.
Yeah, so I should east wing, west wing. Yeah, but so you know how to get to any of these places now. It's not a very big facility. This was obviously meant to be a covert facility. But yeah, they were experimenting on something. They held it in stasis somehow. And it was, in fact, you find out there was annual recharges of the stasis chamber power. Yeah.
Their harvest ritual thing.
Yeah. You made that logic check.
Wow.
Somehow that machine on the surface that they put the statue on was harvesting the life energy of everyone sacrificing the harvest ritual to keep the stasis chamber working.
That's a good mechanic.
Great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty fucking cool, actually. Okay, great. Fantastic.
But there's a crystal in a vault that you can open up, you can unlock it, and apparently it has some sort of powerful effect on whatever is kept in the stasis chamber, which is still in the stasis chamber. It is partially breached.
Okay.
It actually also asks you to please, technical personnel need to evaluate stasis chamber breach level to begin requisition of repair materials to reseal the stasis chamber.
Wow. All right then. This is a job above our pay grade, but here we are.
So meanwhile, back in the hallway, Khurt, did you make your second firearms check?
Yeah, 21.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of goo flying around, you're going to be careful as you walk through the hallways. But you can navigate around it. But yeah. So Lim, did you make your Medica check?
Yeah, remember I blew it out of the water.
Yeah, that's right. So you are fully you managed to remove the toxins from your body. So that's good.
So there's another one, right?
Well, they destroyed the bubbles at this point. Both of them. So
far.
So far, yeah. All right. So now, it seems like you bought a little time. There's no bubbles immediately coming forward. So Rabbit, you can info dump to the others.
Clothes?
Yeah.
There are none in the vicinity that you can find. You'd have to go to another area of the facility to look for clothes.
Well, no one likes to be close to me anyway. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I choose to stink.
Okay. So what do you all want to do?
Well, it seems as though the reactor and whatever the sealing crystal are would be potentially each useful in different ways toward our present problems.
What kind of reactor?
That's what I'm wondering.
Do you have tech use? Yeah.
Wouldn't make any difference to me, but
yeah.
Well,
I'm more wondering how broken it is.
Oh, I'm thinking, what if we just let it? We just let it explode.
Encourage it.
Yeah, and then everything will be fine.
I don't know if fine is the word I'd use here.
But
unfortunately, none of us have the specialization to, I would imagine, engineer that without simply blowing ourselves up along with it.
Oh, no, I understand that. I'm just saying I don't think that fine is the right word.
Yeah.
Oh.
We don't know how big of an explosion. It may do a lot more damage than we intend here. Also,
I think whatever the ceiling.
What was in the chamber?
There's something's in the stasis chamber. Yeah, you don't know
whatever this crystal is that can reseal it. Then I would say it would be a priority. Though who knows how dangerous that will be to handle.
Well, and my concern is that it is obviously something wrought with chaos, which means that we will need to find the crystal and then probably send Lim.
Well, would it not perhaps be of the same crystal that was used in the test? So it may
didn't
be
we already
repelled by Lim.
We already found the crystal.
That was a crystal shard. It's a very small thing.
Yeah. There might be like a way to allow you to transport. Well, because we'll have to see what the in looking up like the crystal and all this stuff. Does it talk about how the crystal was used to seal in any way that would make sense to me versus like an inquisitor, or is it all very inquisitorial?
Make a lore check. -30. You do get your data delver thing though.
-30 though? No, I don't pass it with a -30.
Okay, yeah, it's extremely complex, like technical jargon. Like, if you go to the chamber, they probably have better. You might be able to figure out something there just by seeing what kind of tools and things like that they have set up to use and manipulate it. Yeah.
Okay.
We can also, if we get up to the surface, we can call back to our tech friends and see what they might be able to parse out for us. But I don't know if we really want to spend time going all the way back up there or not.
From what I can gather, this is all Inquisitor jargon. I don't have any reason to believe that anybody up above would have.
Well, Spinoza would know how the reactor works and what to do with that.
Yeah.
He might be able to know stuff about the stasis chamber. I mean, tech priests know a lot of shit.
Even so, I would say we should at least lay eyes on this crystal that may be useful for sealing whatever it is back away.
You all head to the crystal vault. You do know.
I mean, I'm not taking command. That's just my vote.
Let's go look at it. I want to see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you can at least check it out and get a game plan going.
You walk around the goo very carefully. And because of Rabbit's knowledge of the facility now, you've got the map memorized in your head. And it's not a big facility, you get to the vault, the crystal vault, and it takes you, there's a little door there you open up, and it reveals a little control room with a thick view, you can see into the chamber below. There's a little control room with, panels of dials and knobs and buttons. And there's glass to look into the chamber. You can tell it's like reinforced, heavy duty industrial shit, and it's scorched mark to hell. So it's kind of hard to see through. And you can see there is a lot. There's like on this little high tech pedestal, there is a purplish pink crystal, about the size of a human head, a little longer. And doesn't look like it's cut. It looks like a raw natural crystal, but it's floating, just pulsing with energy. And and you can just see like scorch marks and burn marks and slightly melted metal on the railing of the stairs and things leading up to the platform where this crystal's held at the far end. This room does not have the room that the crystal itself has no power, but like the light of the crystal glowing is enough to illuminate it. So the crystal emits random beams of energy, and it just, flash fries whatever it touches. The metal's sizzling and hot. So you can't tell if there's any pattern. It doesn't seem to be too quickly, but you do see there are some technical like documents, like basically like safety manuals or data sheets. There's a data slate there, a little tablet that you, Rabbit, can thumb through. Yeah.
Shall we cover the hallway while Rabbit sees if we can make anything of this?
Yeah. So Rabbit, give me another logic check. You get your data delver again.
58 under 64.
All right. With that, you find a couple things that are interesting. One, wear safety suits. And you remember actually going through the torture chamber and you saw some like legs and boots sticking out of a vent that he was like, oh, there's just a dead guy. Who cares? But you realize he was wearing a safety suit. Like they apparently have specially fabricated suits that are immune to the energy of this thing. And the other thing is that there is a vault, a crystal container, like a specialized briefcase sized thing that is also immune to it. You see it, you see the container actually. It's in the middle of the floor and it is intact while there are scorch marks all around it. And so, and like some ash by it. So with your logic, you go, oh, someone tried to get it at the last minute and they were a little slow. They got zapped. They were out of fate points. And they clearly were not wearing one of the special suits. And that takes you a little time. So yeah, in the hallway, you see another bubble. Everyone posted up in the hallway.
Okay.
Lim, do you have a laser weapon, by the way?
I do.
Yeah, all three of you can take a shot. However, this one is closer. You realize it was coming in off the ceiling and then rolling down towards you. So
They're
almost
in the walls, man.
Yeah. They're getting sneakier.
I'm getting like the rover bubble from the prisoner vibes off of these things.
Yeah, just full of delicious plague.
Ooh, 30.
All right.
Just barely made it.
All right, yeah, that's enough to pop that one. So you're good. But yeah, you realize that all three of you watching the bubble and taking it out, but can give me a logic test.
That's can be that
Okay.
lucky. Nope.
Okay.
25 out of 34.
Oh yeah, they're being guided by an intelligent force and
7.
it's changing its tactics. Yeah, it's changing its tactics. Whoever's controlling these bubbles to try and get to you. So yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah, so you don't know what it's going to do next. Anyway, so
and while I was, the first time that I was out front, it clearly was tracking me even while I was psychic static, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that will be of no use.
So yeah, you realize maybe it has some sort of psychic ability to sense that pierces your shield or your ability. So Rabbit, so you got all that information now. You can get into the chamber yourself to get to the crystal. But yeah, there is one additional section which is advanced. Yeah, more of this technical language. It seems to be more very, very like it does because you made your check. You realize this is that section was written by a tech priest. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But you don't understand it. Yeah, you don't have lore, the warp, or any of that forbidden or whatever. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, no. Then once I piece all this together, I'm gonna head out into the hall and let them know that I need to head back to the torture chamber to steal a dead man's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he has his other clothes here?
Maybe.
Like the clothes he changed out of? Do you think he wore those to work?
Oh, I think that he put the suit on over his other clothes, so he's probably wearing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't take you. Like I said, it's not very big. You just walk over there and you see. You pull out the legs and the boots from the vent, and you can see that he didn't have the suit. He didn't have all the suit on. He only had the pants and the boots on. But there, you realize he was going after someone, and you look down the vents, and you can see a glove down in the vent. You'd have to crawl through, or someone.
How far down is it?
Like enough that you'd to belly crawl into it, like 20 feet or more. Oh yeah, I guess you could use your psychic power. Yeah.
I was gonna attempt to grab with brain power.
You fancy.
49 under 80.
All right, yeah, you get that glove, but you have one glove and the pants and the boots. You don't have the whole suit.
Do you think the rest of the suit is down there?
The vents do go on. They turn a corner.
Does anyone... Wait, I have a flashlight now, right? Yeah, because I got a torch.
Mm-hmm.
I will go. I have climb, and I am small.
Okay.
Yes.
A Lim is going. So Lim, give me... This actually be dexterity for shimming through a tight little event. Deus Ex style or Metal Gear style. Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Never heard
Push
of it.
the action button to change floors.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this. I rolled a 48 out of my dex, which is... Womp womp. I'm on page 50.
Hey! Very good.
It's level of 1 still counts.
So you start shimmying through it. You can see, that the something took the rest of the suit and was pulling it further into the vents, but you're getting it piece by piece. You get the other glove, and you can see that little mask. I'm picturing kind of like the radiation suit that Homer wears in The Simpsons, like the early seasons, like one of those.
Oh, see, I've been thinking HEV and everything. Like,
oh no, this is like cloth. This is like fabric, not like it's woven with like a mesh.
I was going to make a joke that they are waiting for you, Rabbit.
Hey. Oh, okay. Well, now it's an HEV suit. The problem. You also find a skeletal rat. So something corrupted the rat and had it drag the suit in here. But
Lim yells back, "There are rats. They are dead. Someone else ate them. I told you."
There's a bubble in the vent, and it's right by the torso piece for the suit. So you can try and shoot your pistol real quick. You get one shot. You're in cramped quarters, so the close range is, mitigated by the fact that you have to pull your pistol out.
Okay, so have we determined that, is it more that it has to be a pistol shot that does it? Because, or is
it has to be like something.
As far as we can tell, it has to be energy. Physical things didn't do it.
Well, you didn't really try. You only tried the auto pistol jammed, right? Like you didn't.
No. Thad threw something at it and it went through it.
Yeah, but a pistol is different than a rock, right?
I guess that's true.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't throw anything at it.
Yeah, you don't have the space to throw at it. Do you have a pistol?
It needs to be a high enough velocity.
Yeah,
I do have a pistol. I'm not a great shot though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I have?
What?
Mm-hmm.
So we're using its velocity, not energy.
You think?
I have my grappling hook.
Oh, all right.
Fire the hook, pop the bubble, use the hook to pull the suit back and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's just, we're in the water temple, you're using your hook shot to pop the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll shooting. You get advantage on it because you trained with this piece of equipment.
I did.
Oh, you did. It's going to be ranged,
Would it be
right?
Ranged?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I say shooting. That's from
range. That's my natural range is 29 plus what?
It's going to be
advantage.
Yeah. You just get advantage. You don't have a percentile bonus. This is
you do have fate to burn.
Fuck me. I rolled a 79.
Mm-hmm.
So that does not go.
Okay. It will pop in your face. So you give me another fortitude save or fortitude roll. Yeah.
Come on, don't hose me, buddy. Fuck me. Trip zeros.
That's a 100. Yeah.
Yep.
You might want to use some fate, Kara. You might.
I
wanna
am.
use
I'm
some
using
fate.
my fate now.
Okay.
Am I burning it or using it?
I mean, burning it would get you out of the situation entirely, but like spending would let you re-roll.
Burning
I'm
it
gonna
is for like
spend it.
life or death.
Yeah, this is like-
Actually, I need to switch dice real quick.
Okay.
These have betrayed me now.
for the last time.
I mean, I'll keep them.
You just got to know. Well, you got to save them for
Oh
games where you have
shit!
to
Those
roll
don't
high.
have dice.
Yeah.
Wrong package. I accidentally opened my token dice pack instead of my.
Ugh.
Terrible.
See, this is the kind of degeneracy that collectible card games leads to.
I'm not gonna lie, you're not wrong. There it is.
You got to line up all of your D10s in a row alongside your play area at the beginning of the game, like I do, in a
Mhm.
normal way.
Yeah,
If you
totally
find order-
normal, not autistic way at all.
Yeah, because you find ordering things in size comforting. A 22.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Damn.
Miraculously, the grappling hook doesn't pierce the bubble until it like pushes it all the way to the end of the vent, and then it explodes far away from you. So the torso piece, does not get a drop of the goo on it at all. So yeah.
I like that you ran the gamut of failure and success on
Yeah.
those rolls.
Emil's the sequence of events is Limbs goes, there's a bubble. Chunk. I missed it. Conk. No, I got it.
So you recover a full suit from the vents.
Mhm. And then there's just like a dragging sound because I have realized I've made the classic mistake of small people that can fit in tiny tubes. One that I, as a real non-player character, have never done, which is that you can't turn around. You just have to crawl backwards like an asshole. So she has to like frog leg her way out of the thing, dragging a suit bigger than she is, and so all you can hear is like chunk, chunk. It smells really bad. Like the bubble didn't get me, but it smells. No, that's just me. That's the bubble that already got me. It smells. Like,
the three of you are just staring at each other while you're hearing this from a limb.
Yeah, I'm watching the hallway.
Okay.
I'm not engaging in this behavior.
when I finally slither out, I have actually put on the helmet over my own head. It was the only way to like hold on to all of it. One of the gloves that's there, and then I'm dragging the piece, and I get all the way out. I'm like, I need someone to pull. You gotta like pull me out.
So you pull her out, and you have the suit, and you can figure out who's going to put it on to go in the test chamber. You've assembled the suit. You have acquired suit to go into the crystal chamber. So the real question is who's going to put the suit on and go and get the crystal.
I don't think I should because the small one was mad at me.
That's true. They are the same color. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. But yeah, the shard was clearly taken from the larger crystal.
I don't think I want to chase the big one around the room, especially with the explosions.
I can do it.
Who interacted with the test crystal before?
Me.
What did it feel like? What did it do?
Nothing of note.
Actually, out of character, I'm asking what test you had to do because I don't remember.
I just had to put it against my forehead and say words.
And a discipline test.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty
for
good
the
with-
psychic vision of the Emperor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with discipline, so I will volunteer if everyone else is fine with it.
No.
Are you sure it's going to be compatible with your brain?
That would be my concern.
It's a test from the Emperor, and Harrow, I like you very much, but you might explode.
I'm no heretic. I serve the Emperor as well as any here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just making sure you're not too compatible with it and it does something, whatever that might be. But if you think you can handle it. I say go for it.
No, not whether I can handle it, but the people who are most indispensable in this situation are largely not me. It is unlikely my power is going to be of offensive use against whatever we face. Lim is likely more important to protect. Rabbit has not specialized knowledge that can be used for whatever lies ahead. And Khurt, you're a better shot, so I am the most expendable at this moment.
All right. Well.
All right.
If you get any bad feelings, just get out of there, all right? We'll figure out a way, just another way if we have to.
Well,
Okay.
As the Emperor wills. I'll throw on weird clothes and
Yeah,
get me a briefcase.
You put on the suit and give me a discipline chest.
A regular?
Plus 10.
The valve
No,
start.
I mean, any specialization that would apply, or just...
Yeah, fear.
Okay, cool. I have that. So specialization fear plus 10. That gives me a pretty good setup.
Mhm.
Valve startup noise plays.
Ooh, that is good. 69 out of 75.
Nice.
Nice.
When you put the suit on for a moment, you think something's very terribly wrong. Everything feels off and bad, and then but you steel yourself and you realize this is
Does it feel like standing near Lim?
It feels different. It feels like your connection to the your ability, all your side powers stop working as soon as you put the suit on. Like, you cannot manifest external powers while you have the suit on. So it is a dampening suit. So yeah.
Okay. That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. And for a second you thought something was terribly wrong, but you're like, oh no, that's that. Yeah, I'm fine.
It's all right. I'm not fearing. That's a dang old mind killer, don't you know?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the mind killer.
Well, dang, all dang, brother.
So you put
dang old mind killer up there.
the suit on, and you go in the room. The suit is quite clunky, by the way. It is definitely disadvantage on anything requiring speed or agility, but you're just walking. I imagine you're getting the container, the big briefcase.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take a moment and just examine the case to see if it is intact. Like when it closes, is it a solid close as far as I can tell?
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All I
Yeah.
can think right now is Bad Kitty gets the panini press as he opens the suitcase and snaps it on the glowing floating crystal.
Yeah, when he puts the crystal in there, there's a loud squelching sound briefly as it's I don't know, pressing an octopus into a cracker kind of sound.
Oh no! That's so specific.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, we'll have to show
You
you.
clearly have not hung out on the stream.
Yeah.
Posts.
Yeah, our friend Burke shows us weird YouTube videos. There was a Singaporean or some
was in Japan.
Oh, it was in
Yeah, it
Japan.
was Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a food market where they take an octopus and squish it into an enormous cracker, and it makes such a sound.
Why?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the octopus is already dead, but
Yeah,
they put it on
thank
there with
God.
some batter to make a big cracker type
Yeah,
deal.
you can buy them in Asian supermarkets here in America. I
But
discovered.
what they use to make it is just this giant cube that opens up that is a press, like a hot skillet press.
Mhm.
And when he closes it, he has to latch it and really turn this crank to tighten it all the way down, and it makes this bizarre kind of squeaking hissing noise. And then when it comes out, it looks like
Lovely
flat
little cracker. Yeah.
yeah,
octopus cracker.
yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
so
it's
octopus cracker hell screech.
Yeah.
There's your PPR lore for the day.
Mhm.
listeners.
Wonderful. Thank you. I am so happy to have been part of this just now. Thank you.
Just look up night market videos on YouTube.
Mhm,
You'll find
mhm.
all sorts of weird stuff.
We will have to dig up the exact octopus cracker clip. It's unique. So
You gonna edit the sound in, Ross?
uh,
Ross, the sound editor.
yeah, add in octopus cracker sound. Add in octopus
God,
cracker
you're
sound.
noting it in.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna forget about this conversation a day.
No, I mean that tells
yeah.
me you're gonna do it. Awesome.
Probably. I don't know what future Russ is gonna do, so we'll find out.
That guy.
But you come back. The briefcase is very heavy. It's very bulky. The crystal itself feels weird to the touch as you realize you actually, even with the suit on, you actually can't touch it. But when you get close to it, somehow you think this crystal senses that you want to move it, so it allows itself to be moved. because your will is projecting onto it, even through the psychic dampening suit. So, yeah. It is like nothing you've ever encountered before. Yeah. And is the Harrow curious about it, or is the Harrow going to be...
Oh, well, no, we have a job to do, and the Harrow is fairly task-oriented, so no, I'm taking the thing and heading back.
Yeah. You have the briefcase with
I am personally curious, but I don't think the Harrow would be, unfortunately.
Okay. Fair enough. So, their only place left is the stasis chamber. So,
do we know any idea? Do we have any idea what we will need to do with this? Harrow shakes the case to indicate.
Oh, it's got like a little foam thing in the middle, so it's like custom sealed in there. It's fit quite well. It's like a pelican case, classy. Got clasps and everything. So
little eggshell foam in there.
So yeah, you can walk to the. You don't encounter any more bubbles, and
that makes me feel worse.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. You can see a big vault door, like a secure vault, but it has been cracked and near the top, and like an earthquake or some other fracture torn it asunder. And that's when you hear the voice again. Hello! It's coming from inside the stasis chamber.
Hello!
Hello! I'm so glad you could come by. Would you step into my house?
Don't do that.
Rabbit, is there any specifics on what we're to do with this object, or should I simply open it at the thing once the door is open?
There was not anything that I could comprehend. It is an amount of lore that I do not know, unfortunately.
So you can't, Rabbit, you do know you can open the vault, even though it is breached partially. The opening is on there is only like a foot wide ish, like just big enough for a bubble to get through. But the controls are on your side, and you know the password to open it. So yeah. Also, the Harrow, are you keeping the suit on once the crystals contain?
Yeah, because I have a feeling that we're going to have to open the case at the thing, so might as well.
Okay. So yeah, one of you could climb up and peer into the stasis chamber if you wanted to. Yeah,
that sounds like a good way to get a bubble to burst in your face.
I'll go.
Okay. All right, climb +10. There's a lot of handholds.
I have climb actually.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
I do have climbing with 1 advantage.
I'm assuming that's like a specialization on top of something?
Yeah, it's a specialization on top of Dex.
Okay.
I rolled a 47. No, I'm sorry, I rolled a 74. Jesus. If I have advantage, does that mean I get to roll again?
You get to flip it to a 47.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I flip it, and it's a 47 under my Dex, which is 50. So I monkey the fuck right up there.
So you go up there and you can briefly see in there, and you see something that is not good.
Everybody likes seeing some things.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What is it?
Weirdly not.
Let me find it. Here it is. Let's see here. Corruption. Actually, you don't have to. You've never seen this kind of thing before. It is this man covered in plague, pox marks and slime, and it has 1 eye instead of 2. It holds a sword, and it has a bloated belly but thin, gangly limbs, and it smiles at you with its necrotizing flesh, like its gums are just bleeding yellow bile, and as it bleeds and oozes, it smiles and says, welcome to my parlor. Please come in, child.
It's not a parlor. I don't know what that is, but this is.
Give me awareness.
Motherfucker. 89 awareness.
Okay.
I am oblivious.
All right. The bubble above you flies into your face. Make another fortitude save.
I have to open up some new stuff now because that one has just betrayed me.
Again.
Yeah. Nope, that's an 8. Oh, there it is. 19!
Okay. You were not poisoned by this bubble. You managed to. Yeah, well, in fact, you can hold on if you want to, but or you can jump down before it decides to do something else.
So the bubble comes up and bursts. I narrowly dodge out of the way, looking at the necrotic parlor figure, and just yell, "Fuck you!" and give it an obscene gesture. What would be the finger or the V in other cultures, but what the equivalency is now. It is obscene, is disgusting, is specific to the hive city that she is from, so it may not be interchangeable, and I slide back to where I came from. There is a fat, blind man.
Oh, he's got one eye. Like a cyclops eye in the middle of his head.
Is that a one-eyed, one-horned, green pustule people poisoner?
Yes, I think it is, actually.
There is a man, he is fat and gross, he is covered in snot, and his eye has moved here. And I told him to fuck himself. He is also in a parlor. I thought you said this was a stasis chamber.
It is a stasis chamber. He just called it his parlor. There's a bunch of high-tech shit.
She doesn't know that.
Okay, well. All right.
Are we in the wrong place? Is this the parlor?
Yes, this is where we're supposed to be.
Okay.
Corporal Pog is like, so have you found the chaos thing yet?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It sounds pretty bad in there.
Lim, perhaps you should keep your weapon trained on the hole where the bubbles come out.
Okay. The weapon of choice is a grappling.
Yeah. It's okay if you don't want to come in. I'm fine in here. I'll be out sooner or later.
So, do we just take the risk of opening the crystal case, and hoping that invoking whatever this is in the name of the Emperor solves our problems, or do we have another
around in there?
plan?
He looked like he was free. Yeah, he was moving around.
I mean, I think we definitely keep our distance if you want to open.
Yeah, maybe
try and do whatever this thing does, and then if we need to, we can just blow them to hell from a distance.
with a tank.
No, I was thinking with our guns, but
Oh.
Rabbit, you can give me another logic check because you read all the information about this place.
37.
You think you realize you could use the terminal to assess not just open the chamber, you could also assess the status of everything in the stasis chamber without having to go inside.
Ah,
I think that's a safer move. So I will throw out that idea then.
Yeah.
I just have a case. That's what I have.
Yeah. So you go to the terminal, you activate it. It says power warning, power beginning to decline, a secondary power source not online. The second thing you find out is the stasis chamber. The stasis chamber is compromised. Primary stasis subject not in stasis. And 3, servitor 1, 2, and 4 offline. Servitor number 3 online, ready for action, ready for instructions.
Ooh, can we make the robot just walk in there and dump it?
I think the robot is in the chamber, is what it.
Oh, the god.
What?
Yeah.
What purpose do the servitors within the stasis chamber serve?
Maintenance, heavy labor, secondary defense system.
Okay. I mean, there isn't any reason that we couldn't employ the assistance of the servitor, right?
If this thing is super diseased, the meat components of the servitors may be an issue, is my only thought.
What
Can
I see vital statistics or any information about the current status of the one servitor?
Yeah, it is still online. It recommends maintenance, but yeah, it seems like it is not doing 100% because it is very, very old, but it was put in cold storage, but you can reactivate it at any time.
Okay. Well, then reactivating the servitor and then employing its help for containment, utilizing the crystal probably feels like a smart move.
Mhm.
Or at least the least dangerous one for us.
Yeah, I mean, you could time it so that the servitor activates right before you open the door to use it as a distraction. You could wait, open the door first, then activate the servitor as an ambush kind of element, or have the servitor try and meet you at the door so it can hold the crystal for you. Like, there's, those three ideas.
So either ambush or distraction. Possibly ambush, because it's already waiting for us to open the door. Doesn't necessarily expect. I worry about it said something about power, yes? Is this something where we'll have to do...
Oh, yeah, give me a new logic tech there, Rabbit.
Should I flip that so I pass? Use my last fate point? I feel like it's smart to do that. So I'm going to do that. So 28.
Oh, the crystal was a secondary power source. That's why this place still has power. The reactor barely doesn't make enough energy to keep the lights on or anything like that. So there is some sort of secondary defense thing that was keeping the stasis chamber itself partially intact. That's why the creature hasn't been able to just bust its way out. But now that you remove the crystal, it'll eventually be able to.
So we have to go quickly then.
Great.
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome. Well, cool. Cool. There's no way this could possibly go wrong. All right. Well, oh God. Okay. Utilizing the servitor, I think if we get the servitor back online and try and use it as a distraction for this stasis creature, this creature who should be in stasis, I think that's probably the safest, because then while he's distracted, it would give us the chance to...
You could open the door and get in position. Yeah. All right. So you activate the servitor. And
Can I say... I feel it knows a lot, so I think the servitor won't be surprised. Even if it looks away, it won't be surprised. I don't think it can be.
I mean, we know not how it senses, but the view from the warp is not necessarily as good at pointing out artificial constructs and such.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you activate the servitor. You tell it to attack the subject. You know, it knows that it has been programmed to do that if it ever breaches containment, which it has. And you could all hear it. You could hear laughter. New guest! Let me introduce you to my friend here. And you hear the sounds of, hydraulics whirring into action. So you open the door then to the vault. Stasis chamber, sorry. So yeah, you open it up. This giant, thick blast door opens up. And so let's see here. We'll go in order of initiative. So everyone else other than Lim needs to make a discipline test.
Discipline fear or
psychic?
I'm also good at that.
27 under 32, so I pass.
Okay.
32 under 60.
Okay.
15 under 37.
So everyone made it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No one gains any corruption from seeing the plague bearer. That's what they're called. Just for the sake of, referring to it as this fight goes on. So yeah, whatever they contained in here became a demon of Nurgle, a plague demon. So yeah, with a little plague sword. So let's see here. What is it? Initiative 3. All right. So it's very slow and it is going, it took a minute. I mean, it already got into melee with the servitor and already dealt it a blow. The servitor is very slower and it's not in good shape. So, and even the plague bearer can outrun the servitor. So, but yeah, I think some people have 8. Yeah. All right, Lim, you're up first.
Stay out of the room.
It's a big room, big chamber. There's lots of cover. There, testing consoles.
I don't know how well cover's going to work when I open this thing.
You don't know. You don't know what, she can't touch one, but she hasn't been exposed to the rays of the crystal. So, yeah, Lim, what do you want to do?
I mean, I can't stop you. You make your own choices.
Hold on 1 sec. What's a laud hailer again?
More like a megaphone.
Yeah, probably not too useful. Well, I mean, I don't know. Depends on what you want to do then, yeah.
A loud hailer.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
It's a voice embiggener. It
Mm,
embiggens the
mhm.
voice.
It does, yeah.
And a stummer just is a silencer, right?
Stummer?
Yeah.
I would have to look. I don't know.
Generate sound waves to cancel out ambient sounds and
Okay, yeah.
noises.
Well, then,
Oh.
yeah.
So that's
Stuff-
not going to help either. Oh man, I should have gotten a grenade. I do not want to use my grappling hook on this because I do not want to pull it towards me.
Uh-huh.
Risk losing my favorite thing I've ever had.
Sure.
Possibly the only thing I've ever truly had that belonged to me. So I am going to get out probably my las pistol and go to try and shoot it,
All right.
which is ranged, right?
Yeah.
Not going to be much.
I'd say the stasis chamber is big enough that it's going to be medium range. I forget what ranges are for
Las
two zones.
pistol
Yeah.
is
So-
close.
I'm going to say.
Otherwise, they can go for my stub pistol. No, wait. My las pistol is medium range. No, it's still fine.
Yeah, medium range is fine. Yeah, it's in medium range right now.
So yeah, I roll for my las pistol.
Mhm.
One shot.
Mhm.
One kill.
We'll find out.
I roll 47 over 29. I miss.
You missed. Yeah. It's the wall. All right. Next person. I think there's somebody with initiative 6.
I believe
I have
both
6.
Harrow and I, yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna start tromping into the room, and when as I get closer, I'm gonna fucking open the case and start like just have the case open and pointed at them like it's the glowing briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
Well, how close you want to get? Like as soon as you step in the room, or are you gonna like get it up?
I mean,
close.
I did. This is why I told them not to come in the room. Is I'm moving like in what I hope is enough, and then I'm going to open the case once I get as far in as essentially as my movement will take me toward the thing.
Okay, still medium range, but yeah, you open it up, and there's an immediate reaction. There, you can all hear like the sound of flesh sizzling. This is having, and it recoils in pain and hate. It fixes its vision upon you and shields its eye. And yeah, it really doesn't fucking like that crystal. Yeah,
Stuck it.
yeah.
Well, in the name of the Emperor, you shall be forced to confront it regardless.
Well, that's your action, though. Yeah, but it did not.
I can still talk shit, Ross.
Yeah, you can. It seems to be inflicting pain on it, but you don't see it like, it's not exploding or anything.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I didn't assume it would be that easy.
Okay, so Khurt.
So I can see into the room, correct? Like the door's
Mhm.
open enough.
Yeah.
Can I shoot it while he's got it?
I mean, you don't give a shit about the servitor.
No.
Yeah. You have a clear shot at his medium range, but yeah.
Okay. I'll be using my long las. What is second? All right. I will do a burst. This weapon is also penetrating 1, so I'm assuming it does. Ignores
Negates
armor
one
equal to
level
the
of armor.
rating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the needle pistol has penetrating 6. So.
Oh, who has the needle?
Jesus.
You do.
You do.
Harrow has
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I did take that.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can't use it right now because my arms are full of glowing case.
So that's 35 under 45
That hits.
to hit.
And you don't have to worry about armor. For some reason, its armor is ineffective while the crystal is on it.
Okay. So that is also, so that's 2 success levels. Yes. And then, yeah. All right. And then the damage is, it's the number plus how much? Or,
Well, there's a flat number, then it's like number of success levels usually.
okay. So that's
8 wounds.
It's damage 6. That's the normal flat
Yeah.
damage. And then
Mhm.
plus 2 success levels.
Yeah, 8 damage. All right, you scorch it like the last thing goes through it. So that's quite good. Pus explodes as it hits it in the upper shoulder and goes through it, and you can just see maggots and rotting flesh just pour out of it like a waterfall. Like it is, but like its flesh starts reforming a bit, but you could tell its ability to regenerate is hampered by the crystal. It's not regenerating very fast. So Yeah, good job. You wounded it. So let's see here. I think that's Rabbit. What's your initiative?
4, so I
4,
go
you-
just before him.
Yep, it's gonna go next. Yeah, it's very slow.
I'm gonna throw one of my last 2 frag grenades at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be real funny if you rolled a crit failure.
Yeah,
I
would be real
can
funny.
you
Why?
Especially
Why
now
would
that
you-
you're out.
now that I'm out of fate? Yeah, I know. Fuck you, Ross. Are you fucking kidding me? I rolled a 99. Fuck you. Oh my
that goes
god.
Can somebody else try to help?
Someone can try to do something to sacrifice their next action by either. I mean, I'll just let somebody jump on the grenade.
Oh,
Obviously,
wait.
that's going to wait. Yeah?
Khurt has. Oh wait, no, Khurt. Do you have kill team or not? Yes, you should, right? Or do you not?
No, I never bought the kill team trait. Unless we want to say, I will spend it retroactively if Ross lets me to spend.
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. If you have the unspent experience for it, yeah.
Let me make sure.
Forgot to spend the experience from our
yeah.
last session, so
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I thought
80%.
Ross said that we weren't, since we were going straight from one to the other anyway.
Oh, it's 80
This
per
is just,
session.
you know.
Yeah. I'm not going to be as stuck up on that. If you want to do, if there's a cool thing you can do with kill team, let's see it.
Because
Otherwise,
kill
I'm-
team just says when you're in the same zone as another member of your party with the drilled talent, which I
Yeah.
also have, you
The-
can
the-
choose to act immediately after them, but like in initiative. So since he's already gone, does that actually not work?
No, that wouldn't work because if you're the last one to act, then I would allow him to go back, but the plague bear is going to act right after you, right? So like,
Mhm.
and he's already acted this round.
Yeah.
So the
that
timing
was my question. Yeah.
So
Pope.
yeah, you drop the grenade on the floor, and as you throw it, it just slips out of your hand. You're just covered in sweat.
It's a very nerve-wracking situation. This is a lot of chaos. It just a nice little fumble.
It lands in the middle of all of you because you're all clustered up by the door to this chamber. So one of you can just fall on the grenade and burn a will fate point to not, the Emperor protects, or one of you can spend a fate point to go immediately make your next action, basically something to grab and throw it away. But whatever you roll on that, that's it. And if it's
no extra fate.
I mean, then everyone has to burn fate to not eat a grenade at point blank range. So
Right.
yeah,
What's the grab and throw the grenade skill?
Dexterity or athletics, really? Like dexterity to grab and throw it, like back at the plague bearer, or athletics to just kick it away. Soccer,
I have a
either
39 dex.
yeah.
I have a 50.
But you have to have a fate point to spend to go immediately.
Do I have one?
I have a cracked rib though, so I have disadvantage on strength and agility tests.
I have one fate point left.
This
Yeah.
is the time to use it.
Oh God.
Then
I
whatever your
fuck-
roll is, whatever happens. There's it.
I'll jump on it.
Okay.
Can you take that hit?
Yeah, he's not burned any fate points. It'll
Yeah,
I
what's
haven't
your-
burned any.
What's your fortitude and stuff? I don't know, like what?
No, he would be.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, basically, the amount of damage would be lethal. Like a grenade would have. How much does a grenade do? Let's find out.
A fragmentation grenade that does 6 damage, blast loud, unstable.
Yeah, so 6 damage. I would double that because it's you're on it, and yeah, penetrating. It would be a really bad wound, and
Like, unless you think you can really, like, grab it and throw it and not fumble it, I will jump on the grenade.
I think drama is always the rule of the day.
yeah, I would say jumping on a grenade is probably just gonna. Let's see here, 6 plus number of successes. I would say crit would be like 10 success levels, so 16 damage. Yeah, plus whatever blast does. Plus, you would absorb it, so no one else would be subject of it. It'd be 16 damage armor penetrating, so which would be also to the head because let me look at the hit location. What is hit location 10? A 10 is, it's the body. Yeah. So I'd roll a crit on the body, 16 damage. If you're still alive, you're still alive. Or you burn the Emperor's fate. Yeah, we could can you take 16 wounds? Actually, it doesn't have armor penetrating, so your 4 armor would come in, so it'd be 12 damage.
Yeah. That would eat up my all of my wounds.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So I would be at least out the rest of the fight.
Yeah. And I'd have to roll a crit on your chest to see what it is. Yeah. Would not be good.
My cracked ribs get even more cracked.
Oh, yeah. Like,
At that point, they're just pulverized ribs. They're not even cracked.
Yeah.
I think, let's see here. Oh, yeah. You'd have a sliced artery at a minimum. Yeah, you'd be pretty fucking dead, actually.
I want to go on the record and
Mhm.
fully blame Ross for this. Just FYI. Like,
Mhm. I mean, he's
Alright.
running the game. Everything is his fault.
All right.
well, yeah, but then also had to jinx
but-
it. So
Mhm. I did jinx it. I did not think I had that kind of power in me, but yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. If Khurt falls on that, he dies, right?
No,
He
he's
burns a
fine.
fate
He
point.
burns,
Burns
a
a
fate
fate.
point and he's fine.
Yeah. He
And
burns
you're
a
fine?
fate point.
he's down. He's
And he's out
down
for the
one
next
fate
round.
point
Let's
forever.
Let's not say fine. I don't die.
Yeah.
But I keep everybody else from taking damage.
You know,
Yeah.
the Emperor Protects basically would be just a
Yeah,
fate.
you completely avoid incoming damage by some unlikely chance.
Yeah. Basically, you burn the fate point and the grenade is a dud.
That's why burning a fate point is valuable. Like
Yeah.
you crush the fuse or something with your
Mhm.
your mighty armored chest.
I like the
Okay.
idea that it's a dud. So like,
No, actually,
Khurt,
no, you're right. It is a
throws
live
himself on
grenade.
it.
By burning a fate point, you stick your pinky and finger in and snuff out the fuse before it detonates. So, yeah. So Khurt does that. That sounds like. All right.
Yeah, I will do that just to make sure that we don't.
I'll take a shitload of damage.
This is what fate
yeah.
points are for.
Yeah. So you take that, you jump on the grenade. Everyone's life flashes before their eyes, especially you, Khurt. But you stick your finger into the fuse, top of the grenade, and man, you burn it a little bit, and just barely. It's an old style of grenade, and and you defuse it before it rips you apart. So the plague bearer gets to go, and it gets away from the servitor, marches towards all of you. Shielding its eyes, it's full of hate. The crystal weakens it, but does not kill it, and it curses you in the name of Father Nurgle, and points itself towards you, the Harrow. And so, what are you going to do? Are you going to jump out of the way, or are you going to stand your ground?
Am I able to?
You can see what it's clearly going to puke on you. It's telegraphing its action pretty quickly.
Is the Harrow still in the suit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
in the
you're
suit.
good. Just take it. Take the vomit right to the face.
Well, the thing that will happen is that if it's acidic in any way, it's going to burn holes into the suit, and then I become vulnerable to the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just going to stand there.
Okay, give me a fortitude save.
Mm-hmm. And also, since I'm not you, I am vulnerable to whatever its bullshit is.
Mm-hmm. That's what the fortitude save is for.
Nope, regular failure by, let's see, -2 success levels.
All right, so that is 4 corruption. Your suit starts smoking, and you take 1 wound of damage as your suit heats up and starts blistering your skin, and it's definitely compromised. But you're holding the case itself is starting to sizzle and get hot in your hands. You're able to hold the crystal though, because you failed the check, so you drop the case. You're too. The pain is too much for you. So the crystal falls to the ground. The light is still there. It is still active. It is not entirely covered up. But it is still weakened by it. But new round. So Lim.
So looking at the positioning, right? So we're all kind of crowded around the door. The Harrow is kind of in front of all of us, a little bit in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Has just dropped the case and been vomited on and is smoking, probably stumbling backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can I...
Khurt is on the ground.
Khurt's on the ground.
Yeah.
Is the crystal being on the floor, it's a problem, right? Because it's partially covered by the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Keep shooting.
I mean, but the thing is,
You don't have time to act. You need to you can't strategize too much.
You run or you shoot. That's what.
Yeah. You don't.
I was thinking about kicking the case.
No, I walked to the end of my movement at the.
Okay, so I can't
ways
get
in
there.
the room.
Yeah. You can just shoot the guy. He's at close range now.
I mean, okay. 0 strength. What is my strength?
Look, I made my choices. Just shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
32. So I think that I might actually get a better deal if I try to throw my knife at it.
Okay, sure.
So it's 0 plus strength, and my strength is 32, as opposed to my shooting,
Well,
which is
plus your strength
29.
bonus, right?
Yeah, it's whatever the tens digit of your
Oh,
strength number is.
that's the
Yeah.
damage, dumbass.
Yeah.
It's still going to be. I mean, I can try ranged at 29 and see if anything happens.
Sure.
Well, I mean, does throwing a knife would go off your dex, wouldn't it? Or would it?
I'd give it, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna whip it. I'm gonna whip it real good. For 15, I whip that knife for 15.
All right. So I think that's 2 success levels plus your strength bonus. So that would be 5.
What was your strength? Yeah, 5.
Yeah. So yeah, you wound it. That knife is gone though.
Yeah, I
it
don't want.
sinks
I don't
into the
think,
flesh. Yeah.
I don't think I want it back. Just a question, just out of curiosity, just between you and me as friends. Can I try and go for its eye? Did I get it in the single eye?
Nope,
No,
that
you
was
have
a
to-
call
you have to
shot.
aim.
That would be too bad.
You just hit the body, but again, you realize just getting rid of mass hurts it. Like you just separate it into like, yeah, disincorporate it. So that's initiative 8. Initiative 6 is the Harrow and Khurt.
So, my suit is compromised, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I have access to my powers?
If you take your helmet off, sure.
Cool. Then I'm going to rip the helmet off, and then I'm going to use spectral hands to smack the crystal into its chest.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll disadvantage
Alrighty.
because you're close to Lim.
Sorry.
Well, that's why I wanted her outside. Am I close to Lim?
You're in the same zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. My plan did not go as well as I'd hoped. Right.
Oh yeah, the demon is starting to realize Lim is here and doesn't like that.
And that is. Hold on. Wait. What is my? I forgot to calculate what I'm rolling. Okay. Psychic mastery plus 20, so that's 80. I have to flip it to make it worse, which is 63, but that's still 2 success levels plus 1, so 3 success levels to smack it with the crystal.
All right. Yeah, you pick up the crystal, and all of you give me discipline checks. -10.
Do I have to?
Yes, this is psychic. This is a psychic backlash. Basically, you're putting matter and antimatter together. The psychic.
I'm probably going to die, but y'all will be mostly fine.
Yeah.
I
Not failure on my end.
Okay.
V, you're not allowed to use dice anymore.
I'm not. I even switched dice. I switched out to a pair that I haven't played with in 3 games. I rolled a 44, so better than other rolls. Just happens to not pass, which means
So a critical failure.
critical failure. Yep.
6 in a row. Yeah.
Are me and the demon in the same zone?
You are now, which would give him disadvantages. That's why you didn't have to roll for being corrupted, because you're immune to that. And demons cannot possess you. And yeah, demon would take damage from your presence. So yeah, this is actually contributing to it now that you got close enough. Yeah, he takes 5 damage for being close to you, which I did take into account. Plague bears have a lot of wounds. And all right, so who succeeded did anyone succeed on their will save?
Oh, do I also roll? Or
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Am I
discipline, discipline, psychic, -10.
Gotcha. Okay.
I rolled a 67. So it's psychic backlash?
Yeah, basically.
Because I do win any.
Oh, you're immune to that. Yeah. You're fine,
you're
Len.
fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. It's I don't think I have to.
You're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Although
So Khurt, did you succeed?
No.
Okay, you failed. Regular failure though. Okay.
Yes, a failure.
Harrow?
47 out of 50. I squeak by.
Okay. And Rabbit critically fails. So the plague bearer explodes.
Great.
There is a incredibly bright flash of purple and pink light as the crystal unleashes a massive amount of energy as it comes into contact with that. You were temporarily blind. Yeah, very bisexual lighting. Yeah, the power of bisexual lighting destroyed the evil and saved the day as usual. And Rabbit, you're knocked out and take 2 wounds. So
Great.
And let's see here, Khurt, you are not knocked out, but you take a D3 wounds, which is 1 for you as it hurts. And the Harrow, you managed to avoid taking wounds as you managed to ride the wave of psychic backlash. And Lim, you were looking at the plague bearer, so you are. It's like looking into the sun for a brief second. It's like, ow, my eyes. You may be a blank, but you can still perceive light, and that hurt.
Lim's reaction to the initial explosion is pretty. Ow.
In that order, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm in danger.
I don't like this either. It also smells bad.
And you all can heal up to 3 corruption as you have cleansed this place of any chaos energy. Yeah.
Back down to 1.
Yeah.
Hey, back down to 0.
And let's see here. Yeah, Pog is like blinded from it. It's like, wow, you did it. You're heroes of the Imperium.
I know.
That thing was definitely evil.
In the Emperor's name.
Anything with one eye is evil, right?
No, odd numbers of eyes. Yes, very
Odd numbers of
perceptive
eyes.
Pog.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, unless they're supposed to have 2 and then they lost 1, in which case they'd only have 1, but they wouldn't be evil.
Well, I mean, that's just a sign of the Emperor cursing them for being evil, right?
I think
The
it
Harrow's
depends.
just like on their knees in there smoking. Like,
Yeah.
just.
I mean, what if they lost their eye in service to the Emperor?
Oh.
See?
Well, then is it lost or is it sacrificed?
Sacrificed, but still missing. Still gone.
Oh.
Still
I think
only have
sacrifice
one
to
eye.
the Emperor is not missed for the Emperor.
They should probably get rid of their other eye then, just as an offering to the Emperor. That'd probably be better. Probably. I don't know. I don't think about this too much. But yeah, I'll tell the captain that you did the right thing for whatever kind of deal you have with the captain. Anyway, this place seems bad. Yeah.
It's not great.
Do you need help there, Khurt?
Just give me a minute.
All of you can feel the entire facility rumble a bit, but it's coming from above.
I think it's mad.
Well, the evil down here is cleansed. This place is quiet. So,
Is there anything else here we need to look into, or can we go?
Well, we don't know the state of the reactor, although I don't know how much.
oh yeah, the
we as
crystal's still
individuals
there,
can
but
do.
it's like gray.
It's not. It's okay. In that case, I'm gonna pick it up carefully and put it in the case.
Okay.
Do you want to pick it up or should I pick it up?
I still got gloves on. It's fine.
I mean, and it's gray, so,
When you pick it up, you can sense a tiny bit of energy in it. Yeah.
Can we go now?
We should put it on the pedestal where we found it, in case that will slow the degradation of this place somewhat.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah. You go back there and you put it in there. It begins. There's weak little sparks that are kind of warm coming out of it a little bit. And
I'm gonna after getting out of its range, I'm going to strip off the suit and leave it there with the case. I mean, it's not in great shape, but if someone needs it, it's there.
Mhm.
And
Rabbit, you look at the terminal and it says you do see recharging on it.
Okay, great.
Activate a recharging ritual on surface component as soon as possible. Repair surface component as soon as possible.
perhaps
Where's
we
the
should
surface component?
Are there plans in the data that you examined that
Yeah.
could help them repair this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excellent. Then shall we away from this horrid place?
Emperor Forsaken Place. Yes.
All right, you go, but you climb the ladder back up, or you could use the grapnel launcher one by one and zoom up there. Yeah,
Thrill.
you do have to. You all have to use the grapnel launcher to swing back over. I'm not going to make you roll for that. But when you get to the surface, this takes you some time to get back up to the surface. And one thing you think about a rabbit, you realize the whole reason why they had to they sacrificed people was recharge the crystal in order to keep the thing contained. But the thing is gone now. It's 100% obliterated. So they don't need to rebuild this. Like, it's just an empty bunker now. So unless they want to recharge that crystal, whatever it is. Which is, you have no idea what that is, and you don't know what its true power is. So, yeah.
Yeah. So no need to sacrifice anymore. I think that's the best case takeaway.
Perhaps, although we may want to inform our patron of the existence of this weapon that is so strong against chaos.
Well,
When you get up to the surface, though, you can see that a battle has happened. It looks like the remnants of the cult that were in the, outskirts of town that had been corrupted in their dreams by the Nurgle spirit had risen up and started attacking. And the enemy house, saw the chaos, the fighting happening, and decided to. So House Vanguard attacked the town of Wheatblood, and then House Paxo, Captain Sasha, counterattacked. And so there's and then the people of the town started firing on everybody, firing on their town. It was just a massive clusterfuck, as what you could tell. But since you destroyed the chaos spirit, the cultists lost their will to fight, and the Captain Sasha routed the House Vanguard forces. And there's just a lot of burning hovels, and those trees in the distance are blown up. There's a lot of craters in there. There's a couple tanks still. One tank has been blown up. But a bunch of bodies in the field around the town, and the wheat fields are definitely fucked up. The harvest is going to be really shitty this year. But it looks like you avoided the fighting. If you come up to talk to Spinoza, that would have been fun. Yeah,
we avoided some fighting, not all the fighting.
Yeah, but you go to Captain Sasha, I imagine.
Yes,
and Pog reports to her and tells her exactly what happened. And she comes out and she said, I didn't trust Gideon anyway, so I just drugged his meal. So he's asleep right now.
You didn't give him the same stuff as the cultists, because then he'll be dead.
No.
There are many poisons available at Lim.
Yeah, we have medics here that have their own sedatives.
I'm just saying, you can't just take anything that's already been used to poison people and poison them again. This is very important.
I don't have poisons. I kill people with a tank. I just use,
Lim's like, rub it in, Sasha.
You can see we blew up a bunch of them. They blew up one of my tanks, but the crew got out. It was just it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It would be good for my career. But anyways, get this psyker out of here. I'll tell them, my leaders, that he was killed in battle. Random shell, terrible. But he solved the illness, and no one will know anything about the chaos happening here, or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. And for what it's worth, and I will tell Sasha that they don't need to sacrifice people anymore, because the only reason that they were doing the sacrifices was to keep the thing that is now dead contained. So
that makes a lot of sense. You're really good at this. Yeah.
I would perhaps tell them that the shattering of the statue allowed the fist of the Emperor to finally crush that which tainted this place. It's close enough to the truth.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to sell. I mean, they're going to be real disappointed. They can't, they like their traditions here.
This is what their tradition built to. They fueled the fist of the Emperor to distribute divine justice.
Wow, you're really good at this.
I'm the one who helped wield it. I saw it.
Okay, great.
The Harrow, by the way, believes what he's saying.
Okay, well, I guess get a cargo plane and get you back to Damnedon as soon as possible. Out of my life.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I want to take a shower. Lim is still covered in the bubble.
Oh yeah, you smell awful.
He's no longer contaminated, but literally
Yeah,
I'll
get you some. I'll get you. Yeah, I'll get you. Get this person some clothes. We have. Well, I'm not going to give you soldier uniform, obviously, but I can give you a mechanic's outfit, I guess. Okay. Yeah.
I would take a tablecloth. Well, actually, I wouldn't know what that is. I will take anything.
Okay.
I will take a rug.
Do you know what a speed suit is? It's like the clothing of the future.
Just a present for us.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, is there anything you want to do in Wheatblood before you leave? You've cracked the case and you captured Gideon, who is fast asleep.
Our Scrungle criminal friend should also be waiting for us at the.
That's right. Boyle Scud is there. Yeah.
Boyle Scud.
Hey there, fellow medics. Good thing we solved this mystery illness business, right?
Get on the transport, Scud.
Yeah.
I do want to say that Lim changed her clothes, does not have enough time to shower. Luckily, already has a shaved, almost shaved head. Mm-hmm. Has used any kind of intensive liquid. If there's some sort of moonshine liquor to try and get as much of it off the exposed skin as possible. But she has not had a chance to bathe.
Okay. All right.
And much like the dog that catches the skunk, the reek is still there. It's not as bad, but I think the trip back is going to be awesome.
Yeah, so Boyle sort of like buddies up to the other two of you. You've not really interacted with Boyle that much, I don't think. So he just kind of grins at you, Rabbit. He's like, hey, you want to hear? Hey, how about, do you want to invest in my Scrungle trading business? It's very legitimate.
No, thank you.
No. Are you sure we can get a lot of coins this way? A lot of solars? It's a safe investment.
Scud, don't make me regret this.
Okay, I'm looking. I need some seed money to get off the ground. I'm telling you, the Scrungle's the wave of the future.
I am not a farmer. I have no seed money for you.
In one of the rare moments where Lim can half read the situation, she slides over to sit next to Scud with the combination of null and stink to make this the most miserable and uncomfortable he has ever been.
He just looks like someone, he's just very sulky the rest of the trip. Yeah.
Lim being the archetypal street urchin is probably going to recognize a con when one is happening of all social things.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, it's another 4-hour plane trip back to Damnedon.
Little Skull Buddy keeping Gideon nice and anesthetized, I hope.
Yep. Nice and sedated. And
we did get our weapons container brought back with us, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure that we didn't leave that behind to blow our cover.
No, it's the same plane.
Yeah, it's the same plane. And now that you're leaving, they don't give a shit as much. They don't care. They care about people sneaking into with weapons to cause trouble. Now that you're leaving, they don't give a shit. So, but yeah, you can see below you just endless the fields of the agricultural sector. Get smaller and smaller as you see tiny little blooms of red and orange as other tank duels and battles are fought in the vast fields, far below you, and eventually turns into more gray and like the outer industrial zone wastes, toxic waste pits and endless pipelines and refineries and machinery until you get to the massive spires of Damnedon as the plane climbs to get to that airfield that hanging off the side of this tower and lands yet again, rattling all of you. And you strap in and the plane makes it. And you manage to get back to your orphanarium hideout and manage to strap Gideon in. And Spinoza and Ishmael are there holding the fort down along with the Collywole, your orphan area headmaster, and you managed to secure your second prisoners. You have Nova and Gideon. Now you just need let's see here.
I mean, all fairness, the first psychic isn't our prisoner. She came with us willingly.
Well, she's
you kind of grabbed her, like
she came with us willingly because of bomb collar and is now willingly in a prison cell.
The whole bomb collar thing kind of like
I believe Shoret Gunfuls is
yes.
Yep.
So Short is in the mountain town. So before we go, like the mountain area, to refresh your memories, is
this is the one we have no information about, right? They're just out there.
That is just out there. I thought I gave you some information on it.
Well, they're not aligned with a faction. They're like freelance out there somewhere.
Yeah, they're in the mining town. Yeah, the town name is Kasan, Kasan, and she's running a gang of prospectors. Yeah. Or you do get some more information. She's running a gang because the mountains have a lot of mining happening in them, and both sides desperately need material to make all their tanks and weapons and shit. And neither side really it's very hard to fight a war up in the mountains. But it's very dangerous because they still fire a lot of artillery up there. And there's a lot. It's the wild, thematically, it's more like a Wild West, very lawless, lots of money to be made, and
getting rich selling the shovels.
The shovels, and also like there's always there's them thar adamantium in them thar hills. Everyone wants to strike it rich. If you're one of these landless serfs or endless peasants or workers, like this is your one chance to get enough solars to raise your station, and this doesn't come around very often. So in terms of getting there, trains are the safest way because they run constantly and they're not really under attack that much. But they'll take you right into one of the major towns, which are pretty chaotic. And They obviously, you can all give me lore checks on that. The disadvantages of taking the train.
19.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. I'm not even going to bother rolling.
Okay. So, Rabbit, that the trains are safe and cheap. So the disadvantage is that everyone knows the trains are safe and cheap. And all of the people in these towns are desperate for any kind of advantage or resource. And so newcomers are another, resource to exploit, right? Like, it's either going to be, you're going to join our gang, at gunpoint, or you're going to pay our tax, or we're going to rob you, or we're going to run a con on you. So you got to run the gauntlet if you're taking the train. Now, there are trucks and mule trains going up there to avoid all that chaos, and also for smuggling the illegal shit. Like, they're really illegal shit. Like Xenos shit. Like, some prospectors want Xeno weapons to defend themselves with, or Xeno drugs, or Xeno tools to help them mine more efficiently. And that's what they call the coal trade. All that shit is super illegal, but you do have a Xeno weapon with you, that rifle, that Khurt rifle,
and we have a smuggling crate.
Mm-hmm. And that's right, you do. But those are obviously treacherous mountain paths, and there might be bandits or other wild animals, mutants. So there's truck, mule train, or you could fucking airdrop in. There are occasional mad people. There are planes that drop off cargo outside of the towns to mining camps directly, and you could just parachute with that in there. But that's a little dangerous. Yeah. So as you're parachuting into the mountains. Yeah. So you have time to think about what you want to do before if you want to make any checks to answer any questions about what approach you want to take, or that can be decided next session. Like, what are you thinking?
I want to fly.
You just want to parachute. All right.
I would argue probably a truck or a mule train so that we could take our cargo crate with us, and then perhaps have that to pack our quarry in once we claim them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that boat as well. I don't really want to, because the other thing is, like, if we parachute in, we really don't have a guaranteed way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be safer for us to at least know a path up, so we can know a path down.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, say if you're going to take the crate, you definitely want a truck, not a mule train, because it's a coffin-sized crate, and that's a little big for a mule.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how small the mules are.
Yeah. Well, you could get a fucking augmented mule.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, Ross,
mule.
but in the grim, dark years of the 41st century, mules have changed.
There's all kinds of weird pack animals, right? Like, yeah, you could have some fucking Xeno species that's been domesticated, some groks or something. The other thing you question is, sorry, do you want to get a truck yourself and brave it your way? Do you want to get a hired guide, or do you want to join in like a trucking caravan, or a smuggler?
I'm gonna ask Scud and Ishmael if they know how to drive a truck.
Both of them do.
Okay. Yeah, I think we get our own truck.
Okay.
You take the boys with us. They drive us in.
Mm-hmm. You want to take both of them? Okay, yeah. Boyle Scud's like, yeah, I know that area.
Are drive and pilot different skills?
I think drive is for land vehicles and pilot is for like air.
Because we don't have a drive. We have piloting.
Well, I think, then it's just piloting is of a vehicle. So you can specialize in types of vehicles. So piloting is for everything, any kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
But there's specializations for like void ships, like that's restricted. Yeah, like military vehicles, that's restricted. So, but basic piloting would be used for a truck.
Lynn oddly and incredibly surprisingly says, I can drive a truck.
Yeah, I mean, you can get one truck pretty easily. If you want to get two trucks, you could, if you want to split it up. But that could be for next session. So yeah, you start planning your expedition up in the mountains. Yeehaw! Yeah. So yeah, that you got 2 out of 3 of the psykers. Yay!
Yeah.
So questions, comments. What do y'all think of this little mini dungeon crawl kind of nonsense?
I'm honestly surprised I didn't get killed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised none of us died. I really thought that we were moving towards Rock's fall moment.
I mean, that grenade, yeah.
We
well-
really
I
try-
still wholeheartedly blame you, Ross, for that.
Yeah, no, we all look. We all
No, I blame
Ross.
Thaddeus because Thaddeus chipped in at the end with a little wouldn't it be funny moment. And as we already know, there is a curse.
Kara, Ross
So-
outranks me, so it's Ross's fault.
It can be both of our fault, yeah.
It can be. It can be. Yes.
No, yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, if that hadn't like launched the crystal at the plague bearer, I was going to, for my action, I was going to try and see if I could throw the grenade at the plague bearer and then shoot it to make it explode like, in its face.
I mean, if you'd made your dexterity save, you would have just thrown it, yeah. Oh, just shoot it in space? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
after I jumped on it, it's like when Thad did his turn. If that didn't work, I was gonna see if I could like pick up the
diffuse grenade, yeah.
diffuse grenade,
And
throw it,
detonate. Okay.
and, like, shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely try that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Thad had to do the super kill move with the crystal.
Yeah.
It's why we got the
Hey.
crystal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, just so you know, behind the scenes, the Plague Bearer had like 5 points of armor, 23 runes, and regenerated every round.
Yeah, I was assuming that crystal was extremely fucking important.
Yeah, so
like-
you negated its armor and its ability to regenerate. So, like, yeah, if you didn't have that thing would have fucking worked.
And then we smacked it in the face with generations of dead peasants.
Although Lim could have killed it just by being near it. So long enough.
Eventually.
Eventually,
Well,
and it would have been
Lim
trying
would have had
to
to
kill
stay
you.
alive to do that too.
Yeah, it definitely would have focused. If it connected with its sword on any of you, you would have been in for a lot of pain. Like that sword did like a minimum of 8 wounds.
Yeah, I think that
plus
would kill me.
poison and corruption too. But obviously Lim can't get corrupted. But yeah, all the other stuff.
Lim is too pure for this world.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but Lim's presence plus the crystal managed to kill it in the last round. Yeah, so it is an elite monster. It's a bad guy. And I thought about having it corrupt the servitors and turn it on you. I was like, I think this is enough, but yeah, next time we'll go up in the mountains and see how that works. So thank you all for playing, and thank you all so much for listening. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
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 Stop recording.